That person is not a walking vessel and that woman has rights. You mentioned believing in rights.
I do not think women are vessels. However, I do think the right to life supersedes the right to choose. My stance on abortion is that I think it is the taking of an innocent human life. Every human being deserves the right to life from the moment they first exist, and science tells us that's fertilisation. When I was 3 years old, my parents discovered they were expecting a child, and when they went for their scan, they found out that their child had this really rare and serious condition called Patel syndrome. So they had her. She lived past the life expectancy. Even though she only lived for like 4 years, she was honestly like the happiest child I've ever met. Disability is a massive reason for justifying abortion. So I was like, right, well, I need to do something about this because she deserves that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like her memory.
Yeah, and through your work, you're advocating for her.
Yeah, I won't talk about it too much, I was like crying.
I am pro-choice because I guess my values are a direct result of my experiences. I'm a black female immigrant and I'm really protective of the rights I have, the freedoms. I'm a massive feminist. People have worked really hard for us to have these rights. It's about the termination of a pregnancy. It's not about killing a child. It's not a baby until it's closer to full term after the 3rd trimester. And I believe women should have the choice to do what they want to do with their own bodies.
Everybody around them told them, you can't be successful, you can't fulfill your dreams unless you have an abortion. In my mind, before we make any laws to make abortion legal, which is ultimately the goal, we need it to be unthinkable. So we need to advocate for better support systems to the point where no woman would ever feel like she needed an abortion.
The term unthinkable, you should be able to think and make a choice. Why should abortion become unthinkable?
I believe that every single human being from the moment they first exist deserve the equal right to life. That is the basic, most fundamental of all human rights, right? Without the right to life, no other right exists.
And you're saying that it's from the point where like sperm, egg meets?
From the moment the sperm and egg meet, there is a distinct, living and whole human being present. So it's growing, it's alive.
I'm not one to make judgment on your life and your experiences and why you made the choice, but it's your choice at the end of the day. That person is not a walking vessel and that woman has rights. You mentioned believing in rights.
I do not think women are vessels. However, I do think the right to life supersedes the right to choose.
How about women who've suffered rape, incest, assault?
Rape is one of the most, I think, terrible things in this whole world. But because I believe life begins at fertilisation, I also believe that abortion is a terrible act of violence committed on the body of an innocent human being.
So you would force someone who's been raped to keep the child?
I wouldn't force somebody.
You're forcing a person who's been raped to have that child?
Yes, it would be wrong to kill that innocent child.
I find that difficult then to deal with, and I just can't imagine having to carry through a pregnancy and not having a choice about that. Yeah, again, it takes me back to that feeling of injustice compared to men and not being able to make a choice over my own body.
I am an anti-abortion activist. We do stuff like helping women in crisis pregnancies, helping post-abortive women. We talk to people about pro-life issues, get the conversation going, spread awareness, stuff like that. Whatever you need, financial help, clothes for the baby, you need childminders while you finish your university degree or while you go to work, I'll help with. Most times women are like, if you can help me do all these things, I'm here for it. Sometimes women are like, I'm gonna get the abortion anyway. Obviously, I can't stop you, but if you ever need anything in future, even if that is support after your abortion, if it's negatively impacted you in any way, I'm here.
You should be able to get all the information and make an informed choice yourself. I'm there with you on that. You have completely changed my perception of the pro-lifer and what they look like. You haven't changed my want for a woman to have choice and for that to supersede over this embryo. I can never be a pro-lifer because I just don't think it stands for. It stands for gender equality. I can't, and I'm a person who believes in equality across all areas.
I know that you care about women, and I know that you have compassion, and we have found some great common ground, and that's
what we can take with that little nugget is enough for me as well.
That's me for now,
I think my idea of a pro-lifer was completely the opposite. You know, I was expecting a lot of debates from religion. I wasn't expecting a woman of colour, I don't know why, but that was also surprising to me.
You don't want to come across like you're not compassionate or empathetic to women's situations. I'm 100% compassionate and 100% empathetic, and I really want people to know that I do care about women and I do care about their well-being and their welfare.
I would much rather be pro-choice, having the element of choice, having freedoms. It's important to me, and I'd be doing a disservice to myself if I was to say that you're not allowed to have these freedoms.
I would rather be pro-life. However, I'm completely open to having my mind changed. If somebody can prove to me that not all human beings deserve the equal human right to life, then I will 100% change my mind. But until that day, I will remain a proud anti-abortion activist.